It's about time we could go topless on camera.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Junkyard Digs. If you guys saw last week's episode, you know exactly what Angus and I are doing with this Jeep in this shed, but if you didn't, let me bring you up to speed. Currently, we are on a recently abandoned farm that is up for sale right now. All the stuff on it was going to get crushed, so we came along and saved a bunch of vehicles, and today we're back once again to save this right here, a 1994 Jeep Wrangler. We don't know absolutely anything about this. We don't know if it has a title. We don't know if it has keys. We don't know if it's any good. All we know is that we're an hour and a half from home, and we're going to see if we can get this sucker running in this old abandoned shed and drive it all the way back to central Iowa. Ready for this one?
Yeah.
It's a Jeep. How bad could it be? It could be really bad. That's the answer. We'll find out. Angus, how are you today, sir?
I'm good. It's cold, it's windy, and here we are. I anticipated getting way worse, though.
Yep, you're not wrong. So, as mentioned, this right here is a 94 Jeep Wrangler that we are going to try to get running and drive all the way home to central Iowa. About everything you guys can see on camera and deduct from that is all that we also know about this. It's not the rustiest Jeep I've ever seen. That being said, it's not the cleanest Jeep we've ever seen, but we do know it has a 4-banger and a 5-speed, and it is fuel injected, and presumably none of it works. What do you got there?
The body mount. I was just wiggling it around. You know?
Good.
Don't worry about that.
Well, before we dig into that, what do you say we dig it out?
Yeah, it's going to be a little hard to drive it through the tractor.
Yeah, we got some stuff to move, so I think we'll start with trying to get to this thing and then seeing if we can move it forward and clear some space to work on it. Let's do it. A lot of stuff and things, huh?
A lot of things and stuff, too.
Yeah. We got enough snow blowers, that's for sure.
Too bad there's no snow. I like my cans.
Look, a non-government regulated gas can filler neck. Best find of the whole farm. And a 2003 era fuel can. Let's go. What are the odds you can do this by hand? Oh. The spinning odds. We can push the Jeep too. Hey, look, a Jeep. Oh, I guess I forgot to hit record. We got to put it all back.
Imagine we moved stuff.
Now the smaller stuff and things. Those are gone. Now, all of this is actually to just get to the John Deere 400 snowmobile back here.
I knew it.
It's just unfortunately this Jeep's in the way. Oh, they're stuck in the ground.
So's this battery. There it goes.
There we go.
It's so strong.
You're so hammered. Not yet.
Well, I plan to be.
Hey, is it just me? Or are the tires really just pointing their own directions? Like those are just kind of doing their own thing, aren't they?
A little bit. I don't suppose that has anything to do with its drivability, do you?
Nah. It's just Jeep things.
They're deep things.
Jeep things is basically just an excuse for it being a giant pile of shit and you not fixing it. Or figuring out why it does weird things. It's just Jeep things. What do you think? Throw a battery in it, stick it in gear, see if it rolls forward with the starter?
Yeah? I have no better ideas.
We're not pushing it, I'll tell you that much.
Okay, battery time.
Ooh, man, I hope that one's full. I really only brought the one battery. I forgot to grab a spare.
I thought about that as I grabbed it out the truck and I thought, I'm sure it's fine.
All right, I'm going to crank it.
Ready? Well, guess you're not, huh?
No, I guess I'm not.
Look at that. And clean this positive.
Think that'll do her?
It's different.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like 2 of the 4 have compression.
Hell, that's 50%. That's better than my calculus grade.
That's why we do what we do.
Because you failed calculus.
2. Cup 1, come on. Give us some credit. All right, stick it in 4 low, see if it drives out of the hole.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is the part where we realize the transfer case is blown up or something.
We can only hope.
I hope not, personally. All right, that's 4 low.
Oh.
Clutch is a little flippery.
I think you had stuck brakes.
Something in the back went boom, that's for sure. Yeah! how did it fall low? I would have never done it. That's honestly impressive that did that. They pulled that out of the hole.
So where do we start? Taking the top off?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, obviously.
We know there's no fuel pump, but
Who needs it?
motivationally speaking,
I'd like to hear it go vroom vroom.
me too. Let's get the brake clean. Cool, so we already know our starter works, our clutch works. Those are two things we were a little worried about. That's great. Our engine spins as well, and the driveline works. Yeah, go for it. Oh, come on, girl. That's funny. What do I need to do? Sand the points? No, actually, we're kind of screwed. I don't know why this doesn't have spark. Let me check at the coil here. Go for it. Alright. We got spark out of the coil. I wonder if it's a cap and rotor issue.
I wonder if it's full of ants.
You wonder if it's full of ants?
Yeah.
Usually I'd say that's dumb, but I can't say I haven't seen that before, actually. Before I go that far, let me check for spark at a plug. Good. You got spark. I don't know why it's not trying to run. Man, that's really weird. It's not even trying. Boy, I really didn't think this would happen. Like, surely, as is 1,000 times before, we spray some brake cleaner down. Is this not flammable? Extremely flammable. Well, that's unfortunate. The intake design doesn't look like one that would hate having brake clean flow through it. Let me verify timing order and just look a few things over. Weird. Never even considered this to be a problem. While I'm Googling the firing order and stuff, Angus found this battery charger laying around. We're gonna see if that works. And more importantly, I found this.
Oh, Saviors.
The Savior BP60.
Oh, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
It's even lowercase. I love that part, especially. Okay, I have one theory here. Seeing how corroded and crappy looking the intake was before we sprayed it with brake clean, I gotta wonder if our plugs have carbon buildup or rust buildup on them are crossing the gap and not allowing for spark to occur. Survey says no, they look totally fine and they're really weird. Any other ideas?
If we put some ducks on the dash, maybe it'll... I don't know what that's about, but I see it a lot now.
Cheap things. I think you're right. There's a critically low number of ducts in this vehicle. Actually, before I put this in, allow me to spray some brake clean right into the cylinder. Maybe it's an induction issue or it's not breathing in the clean, you know? The old BC. Get in there, dadgummit. She's got it now. Let's see if it pops on one.
Ready?
Yep. Well, the one tried. Try it again, Goose. Let me turn our questionable floor charger up to start. 200 amp engine start. Ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Oh, that did nothing. Come on. Start, you bastard. Okay. The battery charger's melting, so I think we should stop. Okay, I really want to hear this thing make some noise before we go through all the work of, brakes and everything. We've done what you would do on an old snowmobile and pulled all the plugs and sprayed some brake clean down each cylinder, hoping that that will do something. Yeah, go for it. It's got some potentially unhappy valves, but I'm sure with a little more RPM, they'll self-heal and work great. I didn't hear any engine noise, did you?
No, it sounded great.
Okay, let's start digging into this thing, get a fuel pump in it, and see if we can make it do that for much longer. Okay, fuel pump.
Yeah, we need one.
We do. So we can either drop the tank, or if it's rusty enough, and I don't feel bad about it because it's rusty enough, we'll do what the Jeep guys call the fuel pump access mod. Because, they're Jeep people and they have to use mod and stuff in every turn. You cut a hole in the floor, okay? It's not a big deal. As you can see, it is brown inside. Seats are in pretty okay shape. Floor pans aren't bad. We got a little rust right there. But, like up here where they usually go doesn't look bad. It's pretty decent. How's it smell?
Not great.
Not as bad as the other cars we pulled off the property. Which, you know, the one we spent a week scrubbing since then. Oh!
What the hell?
Whatever you just did casually and looked away made all the dash lights work.
Well, I put the door strap back on. I must have accidentally...
Oh,
I ruined it. Huh. I just had to twist it. It's like a rheostat.
Let's see if we can fire this thing up and get it to move. Should be ready. Hey, it's over here. What do you know?
We did it!
That's weird. It runs arguably great now.
Something up here screams.
Oh, it's probably all the rusty belts. Yeah, hey, you know what? Now that we're outside, let's take a look at this thing. Yeah, there's like no rust on this side. Just a couple spots. Oh yeah, I did not bring a belt. Cross your fingers on that one.
Well, I'm not driving it. It's crusty on this side. Just right there. That
Just right there,
okay.
yeah. They usually go here and there. And then above this wheel as well and behind. So, yeah, there's a bit.
Yeah, the frame's a little crusty too, but it's not terrible. Those fuel lines look beautiful. What the heck?
Do they really?
Yeah, this one right here. These two.
Oh my god.
Look great. Brake line, not that way.
Oh boy. So, about that fuel pump access mod.
I'm not so against it.
It'd be a lot easier than pulling a tank and trying to deal with all those lines. I'll tell you that.
Do we have an angle grinder?
There is one in the shed. There's some spots above you there. They go ding, 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 right under the Wrangler. Are those factory
Those look like spot welds.
spot welds or patch panel spot welds?
Kind of look factory.
It's hard to say with a Jeep.
I was just thinking
Was this
that
built
too.
in a barn or built in a factory barn?
Their manufacturing was very akin to anything that I could do at home.
Well, it's windy as hell out here, so let's take a look at that tank and make a final decision. Oh, man, don't you love North Iowa?
Glad I didn't grow up here.
I did. It was horrible for filming. There's actually a little more rust in here than I thought. Maybe we just go for it. Seeing the frame underneath,
Yeah.
I think we're gonna break everything if we try to pull the tank out of this.
Yeah, I don't think the straps would survive.
And we don't have any more. I couldn't get them. Okay, fuel pump access mod.
Stop saying that.
Okay, these guys just cut the whole trunk out. That's not what I want. Everyone's just guessing. They're either taking out a spot this big or just like, I missed it halfway. But looks like pretty much we go from that seat belt mount point just back, make a 5-inch by 5-inch hole or something. The top comment on this video is pretty funny though. I'm gonna cut it with a torch and I'm not taking the tank off first. Thanks for the dimensions. We're basically gonna do the same. I found this over here. We don't have a cutoff wheel yet. Got a grinding wheel, a flappy disc, you know, to clean it up for painting. Some nails, a wall outlet, pipe cutter. Looks like grinding wheel might be the answer here, unfortunately. Ooh. Ooh, really worn out one of them. Anything over there?
Just welding rod and a lathe head.
Maybe there's something over here.
Hey!
What do you got?
Some circles.
Ooh, that fits the little pneumatic one. I can make that work, as long as that works. There's power out here, right?
Yes. Air
you.
compressor revival. Can't wait for this to blow up.
Oh! Hey! Finally, something on this farm runs. Not a lot of pressure yet. Alright, we'll let that charge up. Thing has seen better days, but it spins. It sounds terrible. But that's okay, because I found some air tool oil on the floor. It's still full. Yes. It is new. Oh yeah, fuel pump access mod time. Look at her go. I think it actually just leaks. Yeah, it does. Yeah, okay. I thought it was really good bearing at first. I was like, damn, that's some good oil. Don't do this at home, kids. Do it at some abandoned farm. Alright, we'll be back in an hour. slow progress. That thing sucks, believe it or not. What'd you find, Goose?
I think I found some fenders for the GTO and probably a quarter panel.
Damn, we missed these.
Yeah,
Good thing we came back. All right, back to modifying a Jeep. I missed a little bit earlier, but I'm so close to getting this off. I don't know if she's gonna do it. Come on, come on. There we go. You did it. You can officially go to the trash now. You're done. All right, place your bets.
Ants.
No, that's just ants or ignition system.
Ah, wow.
Look how swollen that hose is.
Yikes.
I can't help but notice this looks a bit different than our Amazon one. Indeed. So there is, ooh, god damn it, right at my arm. So there's something fun that I learned about Jeeps of this era. All of these Jeeps came with 20-gallon fuel tanks, but it was an option when you bought it. All they did was put a longer filler neck in the 15-gallon Jeeps so that they couldn't fill up as full. All you have to do is change the filler neck length and now you have a 20-gallon tank. Anyway, this stinks a lot. Oh, not again. Come on. I think I would have learned. I didn't. I guess he's going fishing. Let's see what he can hook here in the fishing tournament.
I caught
A half circle fish. Fantastic. What a catch.
Oh, it's a big one.
Oh, that's a mother filter fish right there. Mother filter, that thing stinks.
Dumb.
Anyway, you. Good news, we can use this.
Oh, where'd you find that? My nightstand?
Your nightstand. What?
I really do enjoy that you just didn't get it.
Yay! Like tapping a maple tree for syrup, but it's a Jeep.
And it's goo.
Alright, well, we'll keep doing that for an hour and we'll be back. We've drained out a few gallons. As you can see, they look absolutely horrible and smell even worse. So we ran to the gas station with the old gas cans laying around and grabbed ourselves like 15 gallons of gas, and we're just going to keep flushing that tank out until we get this out, because that new pump will not stand the slightest chance if this is what we put it into. It'll just be immediately dead. Well, we got about, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 gallons flushed through.
Yep.
And our $3.99 found on the ground, Mr. Sucky Stick, has moved on. So he gave minutes of selfless service, and for that we salute him. Anyway, to replace that, yeah, we found this. This can't go wrong.
I can't think of more than 3 ways.
Yeah. Oh, it would have been smart. It would have been to put some water in there beforehand.
Oh.
Too late. Yeah, we don't have any. All right, turn me on. Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Our thing has a hole in it. It's on the bottom too. No!
Okay, now we have a 11-gallon bucket.
I bet it still leaks.
Oh, probably. As long as it still sucks, though, I don't care. Hey, it did a good job. All the rust is out of the tank.
And it didn't even blow up.
Not yet. All right, place your bets. Did Amazon send us the right thing or nah? Something's a little off. Nah, I'm hitting the bottom of the tank. I got a half-inch left to go.
Oopies.
Yeah, I thought that looked way too long. There is a little adjustment I can make here, though. I can slide this pump up further if I was able to loosen these clamps, which I'm not because they're band clamps. God dang it. This one time at band clamp. Okay, it's far from perfect. But I was able to get this in here by bending some stuff and moving some things and taking whatever the hell that was off. I'm sure that's fine. Regardless, you got her bolting down. I'm sure it's flexing the bottom of the tank down and pulling the top up. And that may cause some premature failure, but that's okay because we have the fuel pump access mod. What a great mod. What do we put on next, Angus? Chrome beauty rings?
No.
Oh, angry headlights.
I quit.
Alrighty. There's that, whatever it is. You got a fuel gauge?
Hey, I do.
You got a pump? Hey, you do. I've got these disconnected to flush them out. Hit it. Oh. And again. Yeah, that's real gross. And again. Oh, it's getting better. One more. Hey, there we go. That's nice and clean looking fuel. Alright, go ahead. Let's flush that rail out. There we go. There's some crap stuck in it. One more. And one more. Okay, we've got clean fuel. Alright, let's give that fuel a second to flash off, and then we'll see what it does.
I hope it runs.
You and me both. Alright, sir, hit it. Oh, yeah! Dude, right to life! Holy shit! It even runs kind of okay. The 15 belt is really loose. It's a miracle. A Christmas miracle.
We did exactly what we knew would fix it, and it works. Alternator doesn't appear to be charging, but that, well, maybe that's RPM.
Dude, it runs good.
Sounds like a bunch of angry squirrels.
Yeah, it does. Serpentine belt, real loose. No, don't tell me you don't have a hint. Just an idler right there. Oh, that's the most Jeep thing I've ever seen in my life. See if she moves. Oh, like a champ. Dude.
Oh yeah. Just Jeep things.
It must have a locker. It's outspeeding the ground.
Wow, these brakes hang.
Yeah, I told you. I don't know if it's moving too high. Is there anything we can drive over? You can drive through the ditch. Hold on. I know who this is. What the hell are you doing around here?
Man.
How are you?
I was like, what the hell?
Brandon, it's been way too long.
How's it going?
Not too bad.
Buying a car, are you?
Yeah, you like our new Jeep?
Yeah, that thing's pretty tight.
We'll trade you.
Yeah? Race car?
This is a race car right here, dude. Damn, we know that.
It's just a work car for me.
Hey, you need any parts?
I'm gonna put a CV shaft in this side.
I've got like 6 of these in the woods still.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What do you think, Brandon? Think Angus drive this thing to the ditch or
ditch
what?
are we doing?
Oh, right here. Nice, good spot there. It's new grave, probably. I don't know. Look at that, the reverse lights work. Son of a bitch. The alternator tries to work. You probably can't see a damn thing. Oh yeah. Jeep things. Piece of cake. Okay, now you gotta show them up in the Grand Prix. I can personally attest that those will do it, but you will not have an exhauster bumper left afterwards. What do you think?
I can drive this thing to the moon.
That thing just fires right up and goes. After sitting for, oh, this isn't a 1993, it's an 1193.
Wow, 1193.
930 something years old. Effective date, 2006. It's only been 20 years. 19 years, throw a fuel pump in it and go. I'll take that. Okay, well, I don't know about you, but I'm cold. Let's go home and start with this in the morning, get some brakes on this thing, and get it ready to drive home. See you then.
Well, it's not less windy.
Yeah, no kidding. Good morning, folks. Welcome back for day 2 on the Wrangler. As you saw yesterday, we got this thing running and driving, or moving around, I should say. And today we're going to focus on making it do the opposite, which is stopping. Ready to dig into this one?
Yeah.
Brakes on a dirt floor in a shed. What more do you want in life, really? You look excited.
When's lunch?
Okay, place your bets, Angus. What are we going to say?
Well, I've been wrong so far with ants, but I gotta double down. Ants.
They're pretty weather checked, but I bet they make it home just fine. Ooh. Oh my god, those are worn out. You could just about catch a school bus on these ridges right here. This is terrible. Good news. We have all of this brand new.
Sweet.
Alright, first thing coming off is our brake hose, because I am praying these flow fluid just fine. They probably don't. They sat for a long time, and stuff usually swells internally when it sits that long, and then they act as a one-way valve, and, cause the brakes to drag. But they look like a nightmare to get off, so crossing my fingers to say the least. Well, they're dripping a little at least. Alright, next up, time for a caliper. Typical 2 slide pins, because, they're basically GM brakes. Or are they?
I don't know.
I think they're a little different, maybe.
They're probably off a Cavalier or something.
Bolts are out. Goose, what do we got for a pry bar?
Ah, I got a screwdriver.
Yeah, give me a big one.
And the first one I saw.
Okay.
I'll work on finding better.
Roger that. Wow. Oh, that hammer, eh?
A hammer, eh?
Hammer. We don't need you anymore. Be gone. Cool. Yeah, that is some crap right there. And look how worn out these are. Just junk. Same with Mr. Rotor here. Wow, that thing has a huge groove in it right there. Like, just monstrous. Alright, away with that. Give everything in here a quick cleaning. There we go. And the cool thing about this style of newer rotor, we don't have to do wheel bearings or anything because it's all a sealed bearing right here. Feels good enough. Don't care. I can just take this and slap it right into place. Wait, is this really going to be like a 8-minute brake job?
Don't say it.
Get a wire brush we found on the floor. Clean these up a little. New caliper. While I got this off, let me make sure I don't have any copper rings stuck to this guy. I do. I've got new ones, so I won't be needing you. I also want to make sure my new copper rings don't stick out past the little crusty rust band here and cause them to lift. They may a touch. I'll just keep an eye on that. New caliper. We don't need the sticker. We do need the pads. Alright, get these new pads seated in here.
Did I have the hammer and the
Oh,
pry bar?
yeah.
Thanks. I'm gonna go commit violence.
Have fun with your violence, son.
I will.
Hang our rotor.
Give me the thing in. Thank you.
It's the amount of rust hitting the ground. Apparently, these have a direction. 1 tang, 2 tangs. Both tangs need to go to the top here. And they do not match side to side. As you can see, 2 tangs, 1 tang. I need this guy. Angus needs this guy. You gotta make sure those pins are pushed way in to get this on. And then something else might fight you still. Oh. There we go. And there we go. So yeah, basically to recover that, put the bottom 2 in first. Make sure those slide pins are all the way in so you can slip it in. And then just rotate this into place, line up the bolts, and you're good to go. With that, I can reattach my brake hose, which still seems to be flowing some fluid. And just like that, we've got brakes on one corner done already. Holy crap. That was the fastest we've ever done. Maybe we should do more 90s vehicles. The time we lost on the fuel pump, we made up with the brakes. In spirit of things being easier than they should be, I think I'm going to see if our old master bleeds up. There's a bunch of crap in it. Oh, there's a bunch of crap in it, actually. Hey, is that vacuum still around? Now we gotta move on to the rears. My favorite.
I love drum brakes.
I love drum brakes too. Does that thing spin fine?
Oh, well, it did with the tire on. Not really. Not specifically.
Okay, so probably where our brake hang is.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Well, I'll go see what I can find for a hammer.
That'd be great. I saw a big steel hammer somewhere. Not a claw hammer, but a steel hammer. I'm trying to think of what they're called.
You sure it wasn't concrete or wood?
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't.
Okay, I'll look for a steel one. What if
Well, it had a wood handle with a steel head.
Oh, what if it was cast iron?
Well, then it can... I don't want it.
Is it ductile steel? Or like tool steel?
It's closer to akin to tool steel, probably heat treated.
What are the numbers? 15,
40, 40, 15.
40, 15? Okay, I'll keep an eye out. Here you go. This is the closest I can find matching that description.
You didn't listen to me at all, did you?
You just give it a go and then you tell me.
Oh my god!
Who's dumb now, huh?
You! Oh, I broke it. Was it enough? It was! Oh, there's a spring in the dust.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a little spring down on the bottom here. Ta-da!
Oh yeah, well, good news. I got hardware kits.
Good, we'll need it.
Those are some thick pads. Okay, dilemma time. Our brake lines, believe it or not, look horrible, to say the least. And there's even a compression fitting on this one, which is an added little fun thing. I don't know about you, but are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Forget about the rear, just kind of cap them off.
Yep,
Deal with that when we have a shop, a lift, tools, hose, line, all
Free
that.
time.
Time, yes.
So never. Yeah, I think we're going to put the rear brakes on hold for now. by which I mean hold them the pressure up front with a plug, and then we'll have working front brakes. We do need to get the drum off the other side and get these both freed up so they spin and they stop dragging, though. That is something we have to fix. So to do that, though, we need to go buy ourselves a plug, and we also need an alternator and a serpentine belt and an idler pulley. So let's pull all that off the front, run to Mason, get some parts from O'Reilly's, and put all that in. And then I think we're like ready to go. I don't know, it seemed too easy. Really hoping that our alternator itself is our issue. It does look nice and corroded and poopy.
And it's covered in soot.
It's actually rubber from the belt.
Oh, good.
As I may have mentioned earlier, Wyatt mentioned something about the fact, randomly, I sent him a snap of this and he said, oh, fun fact, if that doesn't charge, it could be the PCM.
What does he know?
I was like, that was awkwardly, incredibly specific, and how did he know it doesn't charge? Must be a common issue. I don't know. I'm really hoping that's not it, though. You got her off?
Yeah, mostly. Gotta unwire it, but I can't reach it from the front side somehow.
Jeep, thanks.
Jeep, thanks.
Well, maybe we could do the alternator wire access mod.
I shudder to think of what that would even be. Come here, little buddy. There we go. Those are Jeep things for sure. Oh. What on God's purple earth is that?
What? Which earth are you on?
Why are you worried about what I said? Look at that nonsense.
Alright, well, trip to town to get a new one.
Yep.
Be right back. Alrighty, we're back.
This looks almost right.
Yeah, oh, I forgot to test it before I left. Before you leave a parts store, if you buy an alternator, give it a couple good spins. There's been a couple times that I've returned them right there, standing at the counter, and said, no, go get a different one.
Yep, because they sound bad.
One of them just went dink and seized.
Oh!
And I was like, cool. Anyway, Angus is going to hang that in here. We've done some reading. I figured out what Wyatt's talking about. These wires here are what control our field and, you know, normal alternator-ish wires. But instead of having an external voltage regulator or even an internal one, like, you know, everybody else, Jeep, Chrysler, decided to put it in the ECM. So somewhere in the computer of this Jeep, potentially, most likely, from the way it sounds, is where our voltage regulating charging issues lie. We don't know that yet, so we're going to throw this alternator on and find out. It's an expensive way to find out, but the bearings in the other one sounded terrible as well. Let's get them into place, see if it charges, and if it doesn't, I have a solution. You know, good news. If
that?
our brakes don't work very well, all we have to do is turn west and just point upwind.
Oh yeah, it'll stop.
This should come to an immediate stop.
Plus, your entire cabin is a parachute, so...
Well, it might just blow the entire canvas apart. Just overpressurizes and goes off like a balloon.
I'll wave from the seat of your truck.
I'm sure this little 2.5 liter is going to do great with a 35-mile-an-hour wind. Yeah. What could go wrong?
I like how confident you are.
Yeah, ignorant is probably the better word. Alright, it's been a second. Angus got the alternator on. I finally found how you tension the belt. You gotta loosen 3 bolts, 1 on the front, 2 on the back of the power steering, and then right here, there's this little bolt you turn, and that manually tensions the belt. I don't know why they didn't use a spring like, you know, everyone else. We also had to put the old belt back on because we couldn't get a new one, but regardless, I think that should do it. Let's go turn the key, fire this thing up, and see if it charges. Fingers crossed. Alright, moment of truth. Hell yes, dude. Hell yes. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to get creative with a voltage regulator and wire something else outside. Works perfect. Wait, what's left? Cap off the brakes and get the hell out of here? Oh, we gotta get the rears to spin better.
Yes.
We got 1 drum we gotta get off.
We do.
Alright, let's do that then. Woo. Wow. That definitely didn't just take 10 minutes. Hey, same spring's broken in this one.
Weird.
We'll have to replace those. Doesn't matter too much because we're just turning them off, but we don't want them to drag. Oh, something I should mention. If you guys do have the ECM issue where your YJ or early Jeep, whatever the hell, I don't know if it's just the Wranglers or what, but if you have the issue where it's not charging, one thing you can do is go to an older style Mopar external regulator. So if you look up Jeep YJ external regulator swap or mod or whatever, you should be able to pull up some wiring diagrams and stuff to show you how to do that and save yourself some money. So you don't have to replace the whole ECU. I think you can do it for about 40, 50 bucks. Yep. Nope, that's C solid. Okay, we'll just clean it out and hope it doesn't touch. Woohoo! It'll self-clearance, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's going to be fixed, but
It'll be different.
it'll be different. Good to go?
Good to go. And I mean, it doesn't work, but it won't drag.
Hell yeah.
Easy peasy.
Remember, this is all very temporary. get it home type fixes.
And that's exactly what we plan to do. Get it home, sell it to some unsuspecting fool.
What? No, I wanna...
Oh, no. Bring it home, fix it.
Yeah, there you go.
Dusty in here.
Yeah, it's wiry too.
Would you like some springs,
No,
sir?
no, I'm okay.
Would you like some? Okay, well, brakes are fixed, except for, capping them off. Hi, Mom.
What was that?
That was the wire that you put on my shoulder.
Yeah,
You're a funny guy.
I try. Okay, let's bleed the fronts. All right, final step, bleeding the brakes. Down.
Down,
Up.
up,
Down.
down,
Up.
up,
Down.
down,
Up.
up,
Down.
down,
Up.
up.
Give her a feel.
There we go. Now we're getting something.
Yeah, we probably got to pump our pistons out a bit. You got
Yep.
half a pedal?
I got half a pedal.
Sweet. That should be enough for the fronts.
I don't know. That might even work.
What do you think? Drive it down the corner and back?
Yeah, let's go do massive burnouts.
We should probably wash the windshield off a little bit first.
Give me 2 good reasons.
Oh, this is way better. Hop on in, sir. What was that bang? Oh,
The foot.
that just... My side doesn't do that. What are you hitting? The kick panel?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay, well, you're the base for the radio.
This doesn't have a radio.
Oh my god, it doesn't have a radio. I don't think it ever had a radio.
Well,
That's fine.
it's like we don't get one.
It's got a horn. Oh, it drives so much easier now. And brake check.
It stops.
Yeah, it slows. It's not that bad. Oh, does it tell me when to shift? It does. It drives.
It's loud.
It's uphill with a headwind right now.
It's quite.
And that's about all it's got to do 30s, but wow. Feel the flat spots in the tires?
Yes, I do. We're going.
Boing, boing, boing. All right, now downhill with a tailwind. Hold on your pants. Unleash that 2.5. Oh, yeah. Dude.
What a rip-roaring machine.
Oh, hell yes. Let me get the wipers out of the way.
I don't think they can go out of the way.
Well, they're not parking in the right spot, I'll tell you that much. There we go. Running little son of a gun. Sweet. We got ourselves a driving Jeep.
Heck yeah.
I think before we leave for the night, there's one more thing we need to do with this Jeep.
I think you're right.
And that is to recover another Jeep. Let's see if we can pull that sucker out of the hole and get it off the property, because that's the last piece we have to get out of here. Okay, so I have no idea if this is going to work on multiple levels, and I don't want to break anything, but we're going to try it just a little, and if it fails, we'll come back tomorrow and do a whole episode on that. Let me know when it's all gone terribly awry.
I think you'll know. Nope.
Nope, didn't even try. That's fine, they got our clutch bedded in real nice after sitting that long. Okay, so 2.5 liter, designed to mostly move this, unless it's windy, and absolutely nothing else. Yeah, keep an eye out, we'll be back for that in another episode. For now, I think we can finally say that this sucker is ready to leave the property for the first time in 19 years and drive 1 hour south. All right, saddle up. All right, before we go, this has got to go. So those seats are still in pretty good shape. Get rid of the stupid floor mats too. Check it out, seats are actually pretty nice, front and rear. Well, that ain't so bad either. Okay, the odometer reads 110,191. On the road again. I don't know if this is a little like shift for economy light, because if you keep going, eventually it turns off. Yeah, there you go. Just a little loud, but you'll have that. Angus did find a hardtop to this laying in the backyard that we completely overlooked somehow. So I'll have to grab that before we leave the property, and definitely we still gotta go back for the other Jeep tomorrow. But for now, I want to just get this 10 miles down the road to my folks' place. And here we go, doing just that. For the first time since 2006, the Wrangler is on the road again. Oh my god, there's a 5-speed? Yeah, the 5th gear seems a little ambitious. I think I'll just stick with 4th for now. Also, if I let go of the wheel, look how windy it is. Just straight into the other ditch. Keep an eye on our coolant here. I do smell some heat from under the hood, but it's probably all the rat crap and stuff burning off. Ugh, it smells like cigarettes. Is that a fire I'm smelling? Surely if I just keep going, it'll be fine. We'll stop up here at the stop sign. I'll get out and check it out. It does smell like smoke. Yeah, it is stinky. Good God. It smells like a big Marlboro Red driving down the road.
Nice.
It doesn't seem to not be, you know? And it's probably just a bunch of crap in the exhaust, but... Oh yeah, there's some smoke going off. Okay. Runs pretty good now. It's really cleaned up. Alright, well, it's not on fire yet. Back on the road. Oh, are we down a cylinder? Oh, no, there it's back. Alright, well, onward the rest of the way across the barren Iowa fields on, you know, the 27th of January. These last 2 winters have been some bullshit. I just want to ride snowmobiles. Alright, 45 mile an hour. Got her just lugging along in 5th, torquey little 4-banger, it doesn't care. Temperatures hasn't moved an inch, voltage is good, oil pressure is fantastic. Fuel, yeah, we need fuel, but we knew that. Kind of cruising along here. Things are going pretty damn well. I'm enjoying this. It's like my Bronco, but old and shitty and goofy and kind of fun. I can see why people like these Wranglers. This is a great little gravel travel, not trying to go 70 mile an hour, not trying to haul 3 people, not trying to pull a trailer or pull anybody out of a trail, but yeah, you know, bomb around country roads, drive through the woods, drive through 4 inches of snow if you need to get to town, and stock form. This is fantastic. We give Jeep people a lot of crap, but I've always kind of liked Jeeps. They're kind of cool. Don't get me wrong, they're complete piles of trash, but because of that and their capabilities, they're kind of fun. The old ones. Anything after 1998 doesn't count, they all suck. Jeep pretty much died after the Grand Cherokee. But I had a buddy in high school whose dad drove pretty much this. It was kind of like that aqua blue gray color, and it was a 2-door Wrangler with a 5-speed manual and a 4-banger, identical to this. And there's a clip burned into my mind where I distinctly remember that thing in a snowy parking lot with like 8 inches of snow. It was up to the middle of the tires, and it was just burned right through it, ripped a donut, and drove right out where no one else could go. And forever I have wanted to find a decent little Jeep Wrangler to drive around because of Paul's Wrangler that he had when we were kids. I always thought they were so cool. But I refused to buy one. I wanted it to be a barn find. And that is exactly what this is. Alright, we got about 4 miles to go. Things are going pretty well. Let's knock it out. About a mile from home now, and as you may be able to hear, I believe I picked up a bit of a misfire. We're only on 3, especially down low. It's all the way up to speed, and then it kind of smooths out. The plugs and wires are fine. I don't think it's that. The cap and rotor could be a little shitty, but the fact that it kind of got worse as we've been driving makes me think it's probably an injector getting clogged. Which, you know, looking at the glue we have for gasoline, wouldn't really surprise me. Either way, I can see home, so let's finish this out. Maiden voyage successful so far. Here we go. Time for Jeep things. Ow. Mom, Dad, I'm home. It's a Jeep. You can't drive normal. I'm driving normals for normal people. Yep, there's the misfire. Interesting. Well, hello, Mr. Goose.
This like stinks.
Yeah, it does. You know, this is about the only place in the area I know where there's some piles of rocks and shit we can climb up. Oh, Jeep said no.
Jeep's
Absolutely
done. Jeep's ready
not.
to not be doing that.
sound like a dead cylinder. Kind of. Maybe a sticky valve. Mom and Dad, you got some piles of landscape rock and stuff out here we can try to drive up. I've done it in the Bronco, but I mean, the Bronco has, you know, full lockers and everything. So, let's see if the Wrangler will do it.
Yeah, I can't wait to roll this thing.
Oh, jangle good.
Yeah, you look good.
Thought I looked good.
Well, you look good going up.
Whoa, what about coming down?
Not good.
Hell yeah, Jeep things! Okay, so yeah, it'll go up anything we want. That's the most difficult obstacle I know of. And it drove right up it. There's one more thing I want to check though. Usually, in fuel injected cars, if you put your foot all the way to the floor, it turns the ignition, injectors, one of the two off. I want to hear if this thing has a dead cylinder. Foot to the floor. I think I did that out of sequence. Foot to the floor, key on. There's a dead cylinder. Like no compression in a cylinder.
Whoa.
I don't remember it doing that before.
I don't remember it either.
I wonder if this will get a head gasket out of it. Probably why it slowly comes back into power at higher RPM, because the dynamic compression's higher due to the higher RPM.
Yep. I wonder what our coolant looks like.
I wonder what our oil looks like. Let's go check. Is that oil all over everything? From the who? From the what? How did it get over there? Just thin, but not milkshake. Be careful when you pull a dipstick out of a hot motor. It's on the same side of the exhaust manifold, and you grab right where it was next to the exhaust manifold, you burn the shit out of yourself. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Oh, shut up. It's a rhetorical question, I guess.
What do you want?
What are you doing?
The camera. I'm saving the camera.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. Looks fine. It's kind of weird there's no pressure. There's no pressure because all the pressure in the cooling system went into the engine somewhere because there's no head gasket and it's not a sealed system. It's probably why it was parked. The guy bought it in like 04. We found the receipt today.
Yeah.
It was last registered in 06 or 05 actually, so he only drove it like a year. Probably because the head gasket was out of it. Yeah, regardless, I bet it gets us home just fine. And then we either, put a head gasket in or put a 4-liter in it?
Yes.
I mean, you know, we're hot rodders, obvious answer.
It's a
Big block,
454?
blown LS, yeah, exactly. 4-liter is the obvious answer. But the simple one would be a head gasket and a turbo.
But also a simple one should be a 4-liter.
True. Although the only 4-liters I have like twice the mileage. I don't know. Subscribe. We'll find out together. Maybe we'll come back to this. Maybe I'll have Angus do it on a Tuesday when I'm editing, and then I'll just drive the shit out of it. We'll find out soon. Alright, we're going to go enjoy some supper with my folks. We'll see you guys in the morning for the drive home. Peace. Alrighty. Oh, thank God. Come on. There we go. There we go. Thank God. Jeep things, you know? Alright. We got a quarter tank of fuel, 3 working cylinders, and like 60 miles to drive. Let's do it. The trip home in the Wrangler. Hell yeah. Goodbye, other crappy Jeep. You guys have to subscribe to see that come out here soon. I don't want to give away the spoilers, but it might rent. You never know. And we're off! Pick up that 4th cylinder at high RPM, grab the next gear. Hell yeah! Alright, 60 miles to go. Let's get it done. Alright, here we go, Highway 69. Main way north and south through Iowa without all the cops. You love it. I've noticed something as I'm driving. I get a really cold breeze from right over there, and it's only when I'm hard on the pedal. And funny enough, I know exactly what that is, because Mook's Jeep, or Grand Cherokee, does the same thing. If you stand on the gas for too long, like when she's going up a hill, it loses vacuum for the HVAC and it opens the floor vents. Regardless, we're doing 2,500 RPM at 50. Wow, 25 Jesus. This thing must have some real spicy gears in it from the factory. Probably like 410s or something. It feels like it. It moves itself pretty okay. But yeah, we're doing 55 mile an hour in fifth now, and things are going good. So we're gonna keep the hammer down, and we'll stop for fuel here in about, I don't know, 20 miles in Joule. Juice this thing up and keep her going. Dirty old barn find Wrangler just ripping down the road, not a care in the world. I love it. I will say I do have one concern that's been bugging me the whole time. I ran out of Junkyard Digs stickers in the truck, so we weren't able to put one on here. Plus there's, not really any windows to put it on anyway, I suppose. I'd have to put it on paint, which I hate doing, but whatever. Regardless, I don't have one, so I'm kind of scared right now. Oh god, yep, no, it's happening. The speedometer just died. It's coming apart. I should have put a sticker on it. Oh, we're gonna die. Doesn't matter, it's just Jeep things. Another one! That's weird. There's no ducks in here suddenly. I thought they just popped up. I guess I don't fully understand the whole Jeep thing yet. All sad now. Our speedometer has completely died. Up. Okay, our speedometer has pretty much completely died. Well, it can't all be perfect. It's Jeep things. Alrighty, folks. Welcome yourselves here to Joule, Iowa. We've done, well, I can't tell you because the speedometer's pretty much quit working entirely. But we've done some miles. We're down to a quarter tank of fuel, so I'm gonna stop at Casey's here and get some fuel in the old girl, and then we'll continue on. I really can't complain if we pull something out of a barn after 19 years, and the only thing I have to stop for is gas on the way home. It runs like a champ. It honestly almost feels like it's idling on 4, which is weird. No, that feels like 4 cylinders. That doesn't make any sense. What? It's healed itself? Alright, let's get some gas in it. Alrighty. Feeny. Jeep Eagle. Interesting. Not a bad looking little truck. I like this thing. Let's see, there's our fuel gauge. Go all the way to full. Ever so slowly. In other news, that's third. In other news, you can use the Casey's squeegees to clean the plastic windows. Actually worked pretty well. Yeah, it looks like, believe it or not, our Amazon fuel level sender's not quite accurate. I thought I had more fuel in there than that. Okay, just above half is full. Got it. Okay, we got 25, 30 miles left. Let's get her done. Holy crap, look who's back. I don't understand why, but I'll take it. Alright, southbound, Little Wall Lake. You guys want to see something stupid? Look at this. Look at this. There's hardly ice out there. Well, there is, but it's not safe enough to be on. It is like January 28th, 50 degrees outside. This is bullshit. We were supposed to have ice races on this Saturday in like 3 days. It's supposed to be 50 between now and then for like 3 days. So they've already canceled them. This sucks, man. You know what? I think we need to buy another old truck and do the F-250 video that came out a couple weeks ago in reverse. Grab some old sleds from home and head north this time and just keep driving until we find snow. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Stay tuned. Alright, got another 15 or so miles done. This says 1, so we can do the math on that. Honestly, I've been kind of dazing off, thinking about things and stuff, wishing there was snow, and just casually driving home. I've done a few stop signs between here and there, and once in a while I'll leave on 4 cylinders, once in a while I'll leave on 3. I don't know what's going on there, but there's enough overwhelming evidence pointing towards head gasket that I think we're going to be tearing into the motor regardless. Plus, Zach told me that you can put different injectors on and a 4-liter throttle body and pick up a little grunt on the bottom end, which I'm all about. A couple quick bolt-ons, that sounds like a great time. We can easily bolt in a 4-liter, but I kind of like the 4-banger. The 2.5's kind of just a fun little cruiser. It probably gets somewhat good mileage. I have no idea. Either way, we got about, I'm going to say 10 miles left to go. The sun's going down, but I think we're going to beat it home, no problem. Once again, let's keep her going. Alright, the sun is going down, and we're about done with this trip. Got a couple miles left here, and as is tradition, I don't like to show them on camera because you guys are weird, and someone will show up to my house. I laugh, but I absolutely do not do that, ever. Like, that is a huge no-no. Please respect our privacy. Do not show up to my house. Do not mail things to my house. Anyway, a couple miles left, so let's go ahead and knock that out and wrap this thing up in the Wrangler. Great success! Jeep things, you won't understand. There you go, folks. After sitting 19 years in a barn, the Wrangler came to life and drove over an hour home with pretty much no issues whatsoever. Now, that does mean there's not issues with this thing. As you've seen, we've had a head gasket thing going on. We've got no speedometer anymore. The tires are still a little warped, this and that, stuff all over. We're gonna come back to this thing, give it all the parts it deserves, fix our head gasket issue, do a little work, spice things up, and then give it a bath, which is something you probably wanted to see in this video, but you'll have to come back next time to see that right here on Junkyard Digs. Best way to support the channel is to check out the merch, junkyarddigs.com. Thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you right here next week for another one. Peace. Oh, hey.
Is this where you go when you walk off screen?
Yeah, I don't actually dematerialize. I'm just a little to the right or left. Okay, but bye now.